Hi everyone! I'm going to show you how I developed this graphic in Design Space, Cricut Design Space, and how I pressed it onto a cushion cover. I used the new Cricut Sublimation printer paper. It's absolutely fabulous. I'll add a link in the description below in case you're interested in learning more about it. As always, I share my projects in my Facebook group and on my Design Space profile page, so you can find them there if you're not on Facebook. Let's get started. I thought as long as I'm doing this video, I might as well show you a few things that might make it easier for you if you want to change any font or change any pattern in the letters. It's really quite easy to do. Let's get this pattern that I used. The lettering I used is the font called Gold Coast. And for Fall Y'all, I used Medina script. Let's unflatten this so I can take it apart as I show you different things. So to get the pattern for the largest letters, I just searched, in this case, gingham, orange background, leopard background, different things like that to find different images. I find that the pattern is quite large. So I did shrink this image down quite a bit to get a smaller gingham. Just make sure your letter still fits. And I did align it right at the bottom because I wanted that darker edge. So I'll select both together, align and align bottom to make sure I didn't miss anything. And all I did was slice. Take away the black, take away the background, and I'm left with this. Then I wanted to put a nice edge on it so it would really pop off of my background. So I went to the edit drop down, went to offset. I use 0.05. I want to show just a tiny edge, so apply. And it does come in black, so then I went to my color panel and changed it to brown. Select both of these together. Let's close this. Select both the offset and the letter together and flatten. And that's how easy it is to add patterns to your letters. Super simple. So once again, I use Gold Coast for this letter, and I search for backgrounds in images. But I did want to mention, you want to filter for printable. If you take backgrounds that are all in layers, you can do it, you can slice it, but you have to slice each layer individually. It's much easier to use printable backgrounds. So just filter for print then cut. And that's all there is to it. Let's get this out of the way. We don't need it anymore. For the background pumpkins, let's change my background color so you can see this. You do see a white edge around these pumpkins, but because I'm putting it on the back of the image, and I will be printing this on white sublimation paper, that white background won't make any difference. White on sublimation does not transfer onto your base. In the case of the sunflowers, I'm putting them on the front of the image, so I didn't want to use anything that had a white around it. Let's see. Here's one, a very cute sunflower. If it has that white surrounded, it breaks up the pattern you're using on your letters. Even if you make it smaller, you're still going to have that white around it. So I really didn't want anything like that. So let's delete that. You want to use something that does not have a white surround. Once again, I filtered for printable sunflowers. I found these. Where are they? They're so cute. They're so cute. I thought these were adorable. I'm sure I will use them in another project. Let's ungroup that so you can see them better. These are really cute. And I'll make them larger so you can see how cute they are. I think these are adorable. I'm sure I'll use them in another project, so I'm just going to put them together and save them here. So that's all there is to making a project like this. You just want to go through Design Space and find images that you love and put them together. The pattern letters are super easy to do. You don't need to use pattern fill. You can search for background and slice the letter out of the pattern that you want to use. Super easy. If I was going to have Design Space cut this out for me, I would put a background behind it. So I would just go to Shapes, take a square, close that. I'm going to make the square 9.25. Oh, I should have unlocked that. By 6.75, or whatever size you're planning to use. I'm going to make it white. I'm going to flatten all this first, so I can move it all at once. I'm going to bring to the front. Select both together, align, and center. So if I was having Design Space cut it out for me, this would work. It would cut just the rectangle around it. We have to flatten it, of course. I will probably just cut it by hand, cut off the registration marks by hand, so I won't really need that background. But if you're going to have your machine cut it out, you need a background. Otherwise, it will cut all the individual letters and shapes. So I hope this info is going to help you if you want to change any of the patterns or any of the images. Just little things to watch for. Use a print and cut background image to slice your patterns. Use images that don't have that white surround unless it's something that you're putting in the back of the image for sublimation. If it's going in the front, you want to make sure it doesn't have a white surround. Change whatever fonts you'd like to. Once again, I use Medina script for Fayal, and for the large letters, I use Gold Coast. So I'm going to get this printed up, and I'm going to press it. I think I'm going to make a Cricut pillow cover, cushion cover, because I think this is really pretty and will look cute on my sofa. I'll switch to my overhead camera. I'll have this printed and we'll press it. And we're all ready to press. This is the image that I created in Design Space that I showed you at the beginning of the video. I did print it outside of Design Space because I wanted to print larger than is capable on 8.5 by 11. So I printed just on my Pages app, and I printed it 8 by 10. So I've pressed my cushion cover to make sure I don't have any folds in it, and I've added a 12 by 12 white cardstock into the cushion cover to make sure that I don't get any bleed through to the back. It hasn't happened yet to me, but I just want to make sure. So we're going to center that. As you can see, this is Cricut sublimation paper. It's pink on the back, so whenever you see that pink on the back, it's probably Cricut. I'm just going to tape this in place to make sure it doesn't move. I have my zipper at the bottom, so we'll just tape that down. I'm going to cover it with butcher paper, also to make sure I don't get any bleed onto the bottom of my Easy Press. We wouldn't want ink on the Easy Press. So there we go. And I'm using my 12 by 10 so I get really good coverage. I'm pressing at 385 for 40 seconds. So let's go ahead and do that and press go. And for sublimation, you don't usually need a lot of pressure, and the 12 by 10 is quite heavy, so I pretty much just hold it in place. I'm anxious to see how this turns out. Someone mentioned to me that this graphic would be really cute on a white sweatshirt or on any color sweatshirt. It would be very cute. but I don't have a sweatshirt to put it on. I'll have to go out and buy one. There we go. We'll take this off and see our masterpiece. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? It just turned out so beautiful. I'll take out the cardstock. Isn't that beautiful? The colors are so vibrant. I love this new Cricut Sublimation paper. It's really terrific. So pleased. So I hope you like this project. I hope you're going to use it. I am sharing the link in my Facebook group, and it will be on my Design Space profile. If you don't happen to be in Facebook, just look for me on Design Space profile and you'll find my project. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video is helpful to you, and thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't already. Much appreciated.